They threw so much hate at me. I started running on it. Now I can't stop. Let's go. Yeah. I've been watching all the comments, reading all the lies. Every time they write me off, I see it in their eyes. They was hoping I would crumble, hoping I would break. Now they see me in the coupe, and they got a lot to say, but the words don't even register. I'm living in a different zone. Every single negative is just a number on my phone. That I used to calculate the distance that I've come, from the kid who used to cry to the man who's standing on to the hatred, cause the hatred is the fuel inside the tank. Every time they push me down, I rise up and give thanks. Not because I like the pain, but because I learned to use it. The hate became a rocket, and I'm never gonna lose it. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the lies to fire. Every time they count me out, I climb a little higher. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the doubt to gas. I've been moving so fast, they can't even see the past. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the slander to a spark. I was sitting in the dark, now I'm lighting up the park. Turn the hate to fuel, watch me disappear. Every enemy is just a reason that I'm here. I remember when the whispers used to cut me like a knife. Every time I walked in the room, they was judging my life. Now I walk in and they silent, cause the proof is in the numbers. I've been turning all the hate into a permanent thunder in my chest, in my step, in the way that I move. They was trying to see me lose, now they watching from the roof of the building that I built from the bricks they threw at me. I was blind, but now I see the hate was the key to unlock a different level, a version of myself that doesn't need the validation, doesn't need the help from the people who were talking. I'm a self-made king, and the hate that they've been giving is the reason that I sing. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the lies to fire. Every time they count me out, I climb a little higher. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the doubt to gas. I've been moving so fast, they can't even see the past. Turn the hate to fuel, turn the slander to a spark. I was sitting in the dark, now I'm lighting up the park. Turn the hate to fuel, watch me disappear. Every enemy is just the reason that I'm here. I used to take the hate and let it live inside my head. Now I take it to the lab and I turn it into bread. For the family, for the future, for the ones who never left. The hate became a business, and the business is a quest for the highest form of victory, the sweetest kind of win. When you use the enemy's fire to eat the water, you swimming, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. The hate is just a gasoline, and I'm the match you see. So keep on talking, keep on doubting, keep on sending shots. I'll be in the gym of spirit, putting hate into the pot, stirring up a victory that you can't digest. The hate became my fuel, and now I'm running with the best. Now I'm moving like a wave, can't even see me in the smoke. The hate that they was throwing is the reason that I woke from a slumber of acceptance, from a dream of being small. Now I'm standing 10 feet tall, and I'm answering the call of the ones who came before me, of the ones who felt the same. The hate is universal, but the victory's in the name of the person who decided to use the darkness as a light. I was battling the demons, now I'm holding them so tight, cause they taught me how to pivot, taught me how to grow. Every single hater is a teacher that I know, so I'm writing them a thank you note inside my brand new way. The hate to fuel is real, and now I'm living in the way. Hate to fuel, yeah. Keep it coming, I'm just getting warmed up. Thank you for the gas. Hate to fuel. Yeah. They see the stage, they see the lights, they don't see where it all starts. The booth is holy, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I've been in the booth since the sun forgot to shine, where the walls don't have opinions and the mic don't draw a line. This is my cathedral, this is where I go to pray. Every word I speak is sacred, every tear I wipe away. They don't see the hours in this box of sweat up on the glass. They just hear the final product, they don't know about the past. The taste that got deleted, the verses left behind, the moments I was crying while I tried to clear my mind. But the booth don't judge, the booth just listens. It takes my broken pieces and it fixes them into something beautiful, something that can heal. In the booth, I'm finally real. The booth, that's where I come alive. When the world is too much, it's the place I go to hide and thrive. The booth, microphone is my confessor. Every single scar I got, I leave it on the dresser. The booth, sacred as a church, where the broken become whole and the lost go in search. The booth, I'll be in there till the morn, cause the booth is where the realest version of me is born. I remember the first time I stepped up to the mic, nervous as a sinner on a judgment night. My voice was shaking, hands were cold, heart was beating fast. But the moment that I opened up, I knew I found a cast for the weight that I was carrying, the secrets in my chest. The booth became a doctor and the mic became the test. Now I can't imagine life without this small room with no windows, where I go to fight my demons, where I go to let the wind flow through the speakers, through the headphones, through the cables and the wires. The booth is where I find a man behind all the desires and the fears and the failures and the hopes that never die. In the booth, I don't have to hide. The booth, that's where I come alive. When the world is too much, it's the place I go to hide and thrive. The booth, microphone is my confessor. Every single scar I got, I leave it on the dresser. The booth, sacred as a church, where the broken become whole and the lost go in search. The booth, I'll be in there till the morn, cause the booth is where the realest version of me is born. Sometimes I sit in silence, let the headphones breathe, let the room hold me like a mother, let the quiet underneath the hum of the equipment remind me that I'm safe. The booth is my asylum, it's my sanctified space. I can scream, I can whisper, I can fall apart, and nobody will see it, only the mic will know my heart. So I treat it with respect, I bow before I enter. The booth is where I go to remember my center. When the world is pulling every which way, trying to make me break, I lock the door, I dim the lights. For heaven's sake, I need this room like oxygen, I need this mic like blood. The booth is where I turn the pressure into mud. Now the hours turn to days, the days turn to years, but the booth still feels like home, still catches all my tears. And every time I walk out with a song that feels complete, I know I left a piece of me inside that sacred suite. For the ones who need to hear it, for the ones who feel alone, the booth is where I turn my isolation to a throne. So I'm thanking for the acoustics, thanking for the mic, thanking for the quiet that lets me get the story right. This ain't just a job, it's a lifeline, it's a prayer. And I'll be in the booth until the day I'm no longer here, cause the booth is where I'm honest, where I don't have to pretend. In the booth, the healing never ends. The booth, yeah. Turn the mic on, dim the lights, I'll be in here for a while. This is where I live, the booth. Yeah, I learned some things the hard way, so you don't have to. This ain't goodbye, it's a handoff. Let's go. I've been walking for a minute, got the blisters on my feet, got the stories in my pocket, got the scars that made me complete. And I'm looking at the youngest coming up with fire in their eyes. See the hunger that I recognize, the same that made me rise. I remember being in their shoes, not knowing which way to turn. Every lesson was a burn, but every burn helped me learn. So I'm sitting them down, telling them the things I wish I knew. And I was staring at the mountain, thinking I can never break through. Keep your circle tight, keep your spirit light. Even when the days are dark, you gotta hold on to the light. Don't let the hate define you, let the love inside you drive. And when you fog it up again, that's how you stay alive. Pass it on, the wisdom that I found from the struggle and the pain to the solid grind. Pass it on. The things I learned too late. So the next one doesn't have to carry all that weight. Pass it on. That's the only way. The legacy survives when you get a youth. Pass it on to the ones behind. Everything I know is yours, just don't you lose your mind. I remember when the road was dark and I was walking blind. Nobody to show me which direction I should find. I was making all the mistakes, taking all the wrong turns. Now I see a youngin' coming up and my spirit starts to churn. With a need to pour the knowledge, to spill the truth like rain, so they don't have to feel the sting of every unnecessary pain. Don't you rush the process, don't you force the door to open. The right time is the right time, that's a promise, that's a token of the universe's timing. It ain't early, ain't too late. Keep on working, keep on trusting, let the haters instigate. You just focus on the craft, on the music, on the love, and the rest will fall in place when the stars align above. The wisdom that I found from the struggle and the pain to the solid ground. The things I learned too late, so the next one doesn't have to carry all that weight. That's the only way. The legacy survives when you get a youth. To the ones behind. Everything I know is yours, just don't you lose your mind. This ain't about me no more. It's about the ones who come after the final encore, after the last drum. I've been blessed to see the view from the top of the hill. Now I'm going back down to help the next one get the thrill of the climb, of the struggle, of the victory they'll taste. I ain't trying to be a legend that they keep in a vase on the shelf. I'm trying to be a hand that pulls them up the slope, a reminder that the dream is alive, a rope, a hope for anybody feeling like they're on their own. I was there once, now I'm here, and the seeds that I have sown are growing in the hearts of the ones I'll never meet. Pass it on, that's the rhythm, that's the heartbeat, so that every youngin' listening with a dream inside their chest know that every king and queen was once a kid who failed a test. Keep on going, keep on growing, keep the faith when it gets hard. I'm leaving you the map, but you gotta write your own